So let's get started. I'm going to acclimate the shrimp and the snails, and then I'll move on to planting the plants back there. This girl has a little bit of eye cloud, so I noticed whenever I feed the shrimp, I think I said that right. I notice when I feed her they're freeze-dried bloodworms, that it's not good for the water and she gets sick. So I'm trying to get her all better and just do some medicated water changes until that goes away. The medication I'm using is Melafix. It doesn't harm the plants, but it does help. It's so slow. So if you guys know of anything that works a little quicker on iCloud for betta fish, let me know. I would love to know more about how to get rid of it faster. So I'll be doing her water change today and adding those plants. I'm not going to use these anymore. So they're just here for demonstration purposes, educational purposes, just to show them that I don't like to use these anymore. I just don't have good luck with it. And it could be because it's old, I don't know, but I'm not going to use it. I'll just stick to the bug bites for now. I try to do live food if I can get my hands on some, but that's hard to get my hands on. So that's the little update with this blue girl. Other than that, she's happy. It doesn't seem to bother her, it bothers me, and I want to get that cleared up and get her healthy again. I'll just be doing the water change and set this aside for now. And one other thing I've noticed, for some reason the Sylvinia has not been growing as well in here. I've been using that diluted fertilizer. Its roots have gotten really small, so I think it's not getting the fertilizer that it needs. I've been spraying it regularly as suggested by Dr. Novak, who I started watching more recently. I'll just do a spritz in the bowl, and I've noticed that the plants aren't doing as well. The floating plants aren't. So I might go back to what I was doing before, which was just adding like maybe 4 drops, and then I would just do that every other day, and that was giving the enough nutrition, enough iron. So that's all I wanted to just touch up on that. Their roots have just gotten so small, and for whatever reason, that one, the shrimp jar, the Sylvinia does fine in there. I don't know why. All I know is for this bowl, when I was doing the dosing, when I dose with just a little bit from the cap every now and then, the plants seem to do better. So I'm going to be going back to that. I like to use, it already has the hose in there, and I start the siphon in the sink, and then I'll bring it in and do a little bit. I'll clean the glass, and then I'll finish it, and I'll already have my siphon. So back here is the Anubias that I've added. I glued that onto a rock. So even though it's hiding back here, I think it will grow eventually and get some height on it, and you'll be able to see it from the front better as well. But ironically, this gets algae on the front here. I guess the daylight, the indirect light that's coming in, is just enough for it to get algae on the front of the glass. I'm going to have to do a little bit of searching around the house for some rocks, see what I can find. If not, I'll grab some from my front yard. Here we go. I've got this seashell that I found, and I think it'll be okay because this is one that's like been fossilized. We just dug it up from our driveway. Cute little guys. He had a special today, so instead of $4.99 they were $2.99. He didn't have a lot of Anubias in pots, so this was one of two. MD just did an example of how he takes the rock wool apart. His videos are great. I love his production. He took a fork, because once you get down that far, it can be hard. Let's see, I think something like that should be good. A little extra glue where it's not really staying. These roots will eventually adhere. Oh, I just touched my finger to some glue. Yikes. Let's see if I can get a little extra on the roots right up here. I'll get that all glued and put that in there. Alrighty, I don't know if the stuff I chose was too large or not. Right now it's looking really big, and I'm just going to have to take a step back and see how that looks in the future. Okay, but here's what I've got so far. So here's the plants. This is what I ended up with, and so that shell's probably gonna have to move back so I can get those plants in here. I really think that most plants that are down in the substrate probably appreciate a higher power light, like a 24 watt at 7500 kelvins. And this light is just, it's very low powered. It's just meant to decorate your bowl, light it up. And so, yeah, so I've almost all but given up, but I'm going to try the crypts out. I don't know, today I was just like, look, I'm going to go to the store and get the Crypt Lutea and give them a shot in here. So we'll see, it's filled out the front. Hopefully the Lutea does well, and I'll keep you posted. It just takes time to find out how things are going to do. And when I say it takes time, like not next week, not in a month. Sometimes plants can be fine for like a month and 2 months, or they've sucked up all the nutrition that they can that's in here, which also is why I wanted to save this for another vlog, but I'll just let you know that I'm planning on doing another bowl setup like the one I showed you earlier. That bowl is going to be set up the way Dr. Novak recommends setting up his aquariums. So for future builds, I will be trying his method out and experimenting with that, I guess, and just seeing how that goes. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to go with a bowl. That setup requires an under gravel filter instead of putting the sand on the bottom of the bowl. But like I said, I don't want to get into that too much now. I'll save that for a future vlog when I do set that up, and I'll explain why I think that method might work better for planted bowls, and why I'm going to give it a try. Yeah, so I didn't really want to get into that too much. I'm going to just finish that up and we'll wrap this up.